So I've always said, since I took the course in spiritual theology, that the lives of the saints has been the most inspiring personally to me in the course of this program. Their pursuit of the purging of sin and moving towards perfection so that we may reach unity with God. So I'd like to discuss today 4 Teresas. There are many Teresas who are saints of the church, and I can only give a brief sketch of each one. But I want to point out what inspires me the most about that particular saint. Teresa of Avila, Doctor of the Church, is known for her holiness and her mysticism, how we move towards a deeper relationship with God. She's famous for her book, The Interior Castle. She talks about mental prayer and how we can move towards contemplative prayer. But what is so striking and moving about Teresa is that she insists that we cannot pray and we cannot move towards contemplation while we were in sin. So sin is, particularly mortal sin, is the goal, although as we move along in the purging of sin, it will move towards all sin. The second person I'd like to discuss is Saint Teresa of Lisieux. Among the things I love about this doctor of the church is that her focus is on the little things. Do all things with great love. Do not judge your neighbor. A smile, a gesture, a small sacrifice. Giving up of my wants and desires. All giving of self, to lose ourself and form a greater relationship with God. Her entire life was devoted to prayer and sacrifice. Next, I'd like to discuss Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta. She reflects a life of prayer and sacrifice, great love of God through prayer and service to others. I also take a certain degree of comfort in the fact that she often felt dryness in prayer and went through an extensive period of feeling disconnected from God. She suffered a prolonged dark night of the soul, which she ultimately came out of. And yet her philosophy during that time was, in prayer and service, do it anyway. And so I reiterate, do it anyway. And the fourth Saint Teresa is not, strictly speaking, a saint of the church, but this is my mother-in-law, Teresa Powell, who passed away almost 8 years ago. I cannot conceive of a more saintly, loving, wonderful person who is sitting at God's side right now. So no mother-in-law jokes. I will say that practically speaking, I loved her for many reasons, but 2 of them were that she always laughed at my jokes. She thought I was hysterical. And that in any disagreements with my wife, her daughter, she always took my side. So those were 2 saintly qualities as far as I'm concerned. But she was also the holiest, happiest, most joyful person I have ever met. She was a devoted Catholic. She was prayerful Catholic. She was joyful, non-judgmental, always saw the good in others, and she was extremely giving in spite of the fact that she had nothing. She did not have any physical assets, yet she was always giving us cans of this and that. So if I could say that someone was a saint without being declared a saint, it would be Teresa Powell of New Jersey. That's what we'll call her. I pray to her often, and I know she intercedes for me and my family. So those are my 4 Teresas. Thank you.